Thanks for stopping by. I'd like to preface this video by saying it is not a knitting tutorial, but it means to have something playing in the background while you work on your own project. If you're like me and really enjoy having something on while you work, sometimes the content you like is very visually engaging and you're several hours in and haven't gotten nearly as far along in your project as you would have liked to. So that's where I come in. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. Today we are continuing with the Mitt the Family pattern by Neish Design. If you care to follow along with this month's knit along, please do check out the description box because I have a link to the pattern that you can purchase through Ravelry if you are so inclined to do so. This is what the finished one will look like when all is said and done, minus somewhere where I messed up, but if you watch the knit along playlist, then you'll be able to see exactly what happened with this one and why it is the way it is. But we are, as last episode had left off, we have knit an inch worth right here. This is the gusset, and we need to have 2 inches from here up before we can cast off the top of the hand. So I'm just working in pattern, nothing exciting right now, which could be a good thing. I think for me it gives me a break from thinking too hard, because Lord knows I do that a lot. But I'm checking on my other battery. I have 2 batteries for this camera and one of them died. Well, they both died. I was charging the one inside of the camera now last night and it finished, so just when I got up this morning I popped, well, I didn't get up this morning, but when I got up this afternoon, I plugged in the second battery and it is still charging, which is a little concerning because that one usually charges faster. So I had to give it a check, make sure it's actually hooked up the way it should be. And I had a feeling it might not because it did snap together a little too easily. And usually if it's not a snug fit, that could be why. But my camera is secondhand, so it's harder and harder to find extra components for it because it's just not on the market anymore. That's the one thing about using old tech. It gets scarier to use it because you know if it breaks, it might be the last time you get to use it. No one will fix it and you can't replace it with something of the same type. So I hope you guys are all having a good Sunday. I think this is the 7th video of the week. So a week from today, you'll be seeing this video. I am having, well, actually, earlier this week, like the week you see this, whatever day the 20th is, I think that's Thursday, right? I will be wishing my aunt a happy birthday and my aunt and uncle a happy anniversary. It'll be their 46th anniversary? 46th or 45th? Something like that. I don't know. Their anniversary is however old my cousin is, and I can't remember how old she is, but I know she's 14 years older than me. And math isn't my strong suit. I did not go to school for math, and even though that's like simple math, I'm like, I don't want to. I don't even want to think about it. But yeah, they've been together for that dang long, so props to them. But honestly, props to any couple that is in love. Loving, it doesn't matter how long you've been together, it's the love that counts. And it's so funny, or maybe it's not funny, it's probably kind of sad because my partner's cousin, well, one of their cousins got married. The ones that I did the tapestry project for their anniversary. The the cousin of that gift, I was in Texas for that, and the father of the groom, my partner's actual cousin who was getting married, was talking and stuff, and he's like, oh, just as long as it lasts. And I said, well, as long as they're in love and, it's lasting. And he's like, yeah, kind of like, I mean, maybe he didn't mean it like, of course, but it came off like that too. Like, that also, like, that's not the first thing you think about. Like, the length of the relationship, how long they've been together, sounded like that was the priority to him than why they were together. And I was a little off-putting. I told my partner about it, and they had some thoughts. We know of some things that might have contributed to the groom's or my partner's uncle's comment about it in a way that sounded like maybe it was more about the purpose of being together for the long haul than whether or not you actually enjoy each other. And that is disheartening to me. I mean, everybody has their own reasons to either stay together or not, but I think if you're free, if you're miserable, it doesn't matter. In my opinion, if you're miserable, you should not be with somebody. If you cannot stand their company, if they agitate you, if you are just unfulfilled, if you feel like you guys are going on different paths and you guys can't compromise to a point where you feel fulfilled and happy in your own self, and they're not helping you, support you, and you're in turn not doing the same for them, that is not a good relationship, and that should be squashed immediately. Because it's one thing to have like your little argument here and there. Like, for instance, to be quite honest, I hate it when my partner slams the door. Like, who doesn't like getting a door slammed? Like, that was one of like the most annoying things to me. And I'm always telling them, hey, stop slamming the door. But, am I miserable? No. Is it a make or break situation? No. Do I love my partner even though sometimes they're very weird? Yes, of course. And I don't feel like my life is completely off kilter because of a couple things that they do that bother me. Just like they don't like it when I snore. I can't help that. That's part of who I am, but there are ways to fix that, like wearing snow strips or sleeping on my side instead of on my back, which is usually when I start snoring, is when I'm on my back. But and they don't like it when I don't rinse out my dishes in the sink, even though I'm the one who usually washes the dishes. So, silly stuff like that. Like, we have our little, like, quirks and our little squabbles here and there about, like, little things that make us upset or, annoyed, kind of like naggy stuff. But could I wake up tomorrow and think of myself not with that person? No, not at all. Like, we have been stuck together at the hip for a long time, and yes, we've been together a long time, but we also spend practically every day together since the day we met. Like, just as friends, when we met, we were hanging out and instantly, had a chemistry and decided to make it official as a couple. But we really do enjoy each other's company, and we are supportive of each other. My partner's helped me a lot with my channel and offering suggestions, bought me this camera for Christmas and the tripod, and, has helped me update my computer so that I can film more and have more memory on it. And in turn, I help my partner when they're making letters and stuff because they have dyslexia, so I help them with grammar and punctuation and sentence structure. And, you know, when they're looking for jobs, I'm sending them things that I think they qualify for. And we're just very supportive of each other. And my partner wanted to, you know, be a healthier person, so when I go grocery shopping or like I pick out things at the store, I ask them, you know, what are some healthy things you want, so make sure you have good food in the house. Back when they were working a lot, I would help them do like their batch cooking, but now that it's too hot, I refuse to be in the kitchen with the oven, so I told them they're on their own for that one for now. But, you know, stuff like that. So we've been together as long as a lot of people have been married, and though we're not married, we still care about each other and support each other. And I think all of those things are what make a relationship last. As the dad of the groom had said, I hope it lasts. But you want to be in love and caring of that person and not feel weighted down and not feel trapped and not feel unfulfilled in your life because of the person, and likewise the person and you having enough chemistry to keep it going. And so longevity only is as good as the two people who are together making it work, versus trying to stick it out. That's no fun. So happy anniversary to my aunt and uncle, because they actually really like each other. And when I call on the phone and I hear how they talk to each other, it's always very loving and very silly. They're still very, very playful with each other, and all of that, I think, is very important to have a long, healthy relationship. So a lot of people, you know, they would be like the ultimate, I think, relationship goals, because they don't fight. And not that they don't have their arguments and their disagreements, but they're not bickering constantly, and they know each other very, very well. So that's very good. And I think that is the testament to a good, long-lasting relationship, is when you actually enjoy each other's company. And it's not that you're just trying to break a record or stay together because of some like moral obligation. Like, forget the kids. Like, kids will be so much happier if you just separate and fulfill your life the way you need to. That is going to reflect on what they think a good, healthy relationship is going to look like. If you and your partner decide to go in separate ways, if there are kids involved, then it's going to be for the best, because if you both are very unhappy, then you don't want that to reflect on your children and them to see that you're not happy, and then in turn have poor relationships if they choose to have a relationship when they're of age and ready to do that, and they only have bad examples of what a healthy relationship looks like. It's just going to repeat a very vicious cycle. So you need to be happy with yourself and then with your partner. And if either of those are not working, then you either fix it or you move on. But don't suffer through thinking that so-and-so is going to change or things will get better if I have a baby and all that. I know so many people who have that mentality and they're miserable. So don't do it. Have a happy relationship like my aunt and uncle do, and just, you know, be with somebody who makes you feel good. So that's my 2 cents. But yeah, speaking of relationships, I need to finish this video because my partner usually goes for a walk very soon, and I missed out last time because I was asleep, and the time before that I was actually filming and they didn't wait for me. And I told them I wanted to go, and I was 8 minutes late and they did not wait up, and by the time I got downstairs they were gone. And I really do want to get a really long walk in, but I don't usually want to do it by well, I like to do it at night, but I've been walking into way too many spider webs, and there have been more people out at night, so I'm just like, whatever. But they've actually been on the computer a long time talking to a friend of theirs that I know that they've had since high school or junior high, and they're playing Minecraft together. So that's nice. So we're just gonna finish this round for two reasons. One, it's the end of the pattern repeat, and two, I gotta get ready so I just gotta change into my walkabout clothes. But they were asking me about dinner, and I said, oh, I'm gonna make some, we have a lot of broccoli. I bought a lot of frozen vegetables, hence trying to eat more of them and reduce the amount of time I'm in the kitchen. I bought a lot of these like steamer bags, which makes it so much easier to just pop them in the microwave. But I bought so many steamer bags of vegetables that I literally don't have any room in my refrigerator. So I spent a good part of Thursday just heating bags of broccoli and green beans and asparagus because I had to cook some because I couldn't fit them all in the freezer. So for dinner, I'm just gonna have some broccoli and a little bit of meat alternative. So, 1 second. I'm back. I just had to let my partner know not to leave me because they're leaving soon. So we are just to the end of our round as promised. Okay. And ooh, we've made so much progress. Let me just take a measure, as we are just about at 2 inches. Yay, almost there. We have a 1/4 of an inch left, so I bet the next time you see me will just about be done. So we literally have like maybe 1-2 more episodes left, and then it'll be the end of this project, guys. Huzzah, huzzah. So thank you so much for sticking with me through this episode. I hope you have a good day wherever you are, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.